All right, cheers.
Well, welcome back to another fantastic episode of Two Drunk Guys in a Football Podcast. I'm your co-host, Marcus the Hammer Mary.
And I am Skinny Domestic. Today we have a beautiful episode for you. Some controversial topics in terms of a lot of people might not agree. We're going to be doing news. We're going to be doing our own top 10 players in the NFL, just overall, who we think is top 10 in the NFL. And then we're doing our top 5 positional ranked fantasy football, our top 5 fantasy football rankings for like end of season, for the full season, who we think will be in the top 5 at each position from quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. We don't worry about defense, kicker, defensive players, all
No, we
that.
don't care about that.
The important ones. Um, So with that, and then also we'll be doing a mock draft. I think you did a 10 team, set it up for a 10 team PPR. We'll
I
pick our
switched it to 12, I think,
maybe you
but
did, I
maybe.
don't know. And then we'll choose our own spots and kind of whatever spot we want and kind of go from there. So first off, we're gonna start off with the news. Um, we got two major names holding out in camps right now because camp officially started. Terry McLaurin and Trey Hendrickson are both looking for contract extensions, so they're sitting out. Pay them, just pay them. The Bengals, it's tough because you decided to
You
unload,
can't pay.
yeah,
You
an
can't pay defensive
ungodly amount
players.
of money on three players on your offense.
Well, and not to mention the other guy on the Bengals, the defensive end that they
Stewart,
drafted,
yeah, not even,
that's talking about going back to college football for a year.
yeah, exactly. Well, he can't go back. He can go play practice and stuff with him. He just can't actually play. That's one thing because he already declared for the draft and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But he could still go practice with them and things like that. But taking that
Yeah.
year off, pretty crucial. But yeah, Hendrickson, I if you try to pay him, then you have no money for anything else, and that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So you got to trade him. You got to figure something out. And then Terry McLaurin's is kind of I agree he deserves more money, but at the same time, he signed like a 2 year contract, and it's like you're under contract for this year. I get you want it, but and you probably deserve it, especially with looking at where people are at that have not produced like you have.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I get it. You want to be secured now, but at the same time, it's like you'll probably get paid either way. But right now, the talks are you might get traded if they don't figure it
Terry
out.
McLaurin is a 30 year or 29 or almost 30-year-old wide receiver in the NFL who has played a lot of good football for not having a good quarterback. Fantasy wise, I've never been a huge Terry McLaurin fan. I just don't think that he produces at the level he needs to with the volume he gets and everything. And he hasn't had great quarterback play. Uh, he's 30 years old. I don't blame the Commanders not wanting to pay him more than he already does. I think he gets paid pretty fairly for what he is. He was extremely efficient last year, but it wasn't like he was destroying the league. You know what I mean? He scored a lot of touchdowns, but I think his success is more of last year just having a competent quarterback, less of him being a top. You know, he doesn't need to get paid more than DK. He doesn't need to be paid more than a lot of these guys on that list. So I don't know. I think Terry McLaurin's paid fairly, but everyone can ask for a pay raise.
Yeah, I think consistency is the big thing for. I mean, for him too is he puts up the numbers after all of the trash that he's been dealt the last couple of years. Um, it'll be interesting to see. I think you'd want to keep him because you want your star quarterback to have a guy. So hopefully that can get resolved. I'd like to be able to see him play again and not hold out. Uh, Rasheed Rice is sentenced to 30 days in jail with 5 years probation, and he can serve any of all those 30 days basically whenever during those 5 year period. Man, what it's nice to be a celebrity. Get get slap on the wrists and here 30 days jail time. Just waiting on his suspension, really. What it's going to be. What does the NFL decide to do? I think the league minimum's 3, and then they can go anywhere to like. I could see him maybe
Do they,
doing 6, but I think
do they
3 is.
have to? Do they have to do
Well, he
anything?
violated the code of
Oh,
conduct or whatever.
policy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's gonna get hit
It
with at
seems
least a
like
3.
recently they haven't been doing a lot of stuff though for it though.
Well, a
I
lot
feel
of
like the
stuff.
NFL's gotten real lax. I
Well,
mean, I remember back in the day, like AP shit, like where they suspend him for, a season for.
yeah, but all of it has to get settled in the courts first before they do anything. That's why it seems like
Yeah.
it's taking forever. Like Jordan Addison finally pled guilty or whatever to his stuff, so now he'll deal with probably a 3-game suspension. Is my guess. I'm gonna guess Addison gets a 3, and then Rice will see probably a 6. No more than 6. I don't think it'd go over 6. Uh, with that,
Not good for me. Not good for me at all.
it'll be interesting to see. I don't know if he gets a 3. I probably don't look at trying to sign like a free agent older guy, just to help out. But if you start looking at that 6, if I'm the Chiefs, I'd start considering it strongly. Looking at like
It's a lot of
Amari,
games.
yeah, like Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, guys that maybe will take a little bit less money just to play. Um, we'll see how that goes. Mike Williams retires, which he medically retired, I think, because he keeps getting injured, which probably is about time that he did that.
Yeah.
And Philip Rivers officially retires with the Chargers. He finishes his career with 63,000 passing yards, 421 touchdowns, and 209 interceptions. Is Philip Rivers a Hall of Famer?
Yes. Here's why. There is a quarterback. There's a quarterback frenzy between like 2011 and probably get up to 2015 where there's like the Andrew Luck's, the RG3, the and or Cam Newton generation who didn't play as long as they should have and could have and would have probably been Hall of Famers. That there's such a void, so I could see people like Philip Rivers sneaking in, or even maybe like a Matt Ryan, or some of these players that are like fringe, but I could see some of them getting in even though they don't deserve it
Yeah,
comparatively.
yeah, because by the time that they're eligible and stuff, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. They won't have many quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely see that.
Just
Then the
think
next.
about it. I mean,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady 3 years ago were the face of the NFL. So 3 years ago, it's just now we're talking about quarterbacks drafted in the last 5 years that are the face of the NFL now. You have Rodgers still playing, but you have Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. Maybe you could throw in.
All guys drafted greater than 5 years. I think you're looking more for like Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, C.J.
No, but
Stroud.
okay. Time's passing. They've been drafted in the last 7, 8 years.
Okay.
7, 8 years. Whatever.
No,
God,
yeah,
it's 2025. We're old.
I know. I When you said 5 years and then started saying Patty Mahomes, I'm like, let's slow down here. That's greater than five
He
years.
drafted in what? 18? 17?
Think he's going on year 8, so 17.
Yeah.
No,
17. 17. There's no way he was drafted in 16.
no, 16. No, 2018.
Who was the cover of Madden 19? It was Antonio Brown. He was the Madden cover of 2020. Had to have been like 18.
2017. 2017.
2017. Okay, I
Yeah,
was 17.
yeah.
He sat for a year, but still, like there's a void from a lot of those guys because I can't think of a quarterback that really is face of the NFL from 2011 to 2017. Can you? I mean, there's been some
Not
guys that
like
were
young
decent.
guys. Yeah, not like young guys. They're
Like
supposed
you had Baker in there.
You're supposed to have
He,
Jameis, Baker, uh, Deshaun
Marcus
Watson.
Mariota. Yeah, Deshaun
Yeah,
Watson was a good one. Um, who else was people? I mean, Johnny Manziel didn't work out.
yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater, all these quarterbacks in there. There's such a lack of talent, and those guys just stayed playing for a lot longer than really they should have. It seems like.
for sure. And then the other retirement is Tyrann Mathieu. Retires with 36 career interceptions, 7 forced fumbles, 11 total sacks, 833 tackles, 3 Pro Bowls, and 3 All Pros. Tyrann Mathieu's a Hall of Famer. He will be in the
Yeah,
Hall of Fame.
not as good as Harrison Smith, I will say,
He
but he.
I was looking at his stats, and he didn't even have that bad of stats for being 30, 32 or like he's an older guy now. At free safety, he was still putting up some decent numbers and played in most of the games. So
This is the craziest thing though. It's like a full circle we're getting old moment because I remember once he was drafted and I remember watching I would literally sit there watch Tyrann Mathieu's highlights, college highlights at LSU because he does. I'm not gonna lie, for a DB, he probably has the best tape I've ever seen in my entire life. Like him in college football, like he was electric.
yeah,
Like I'm talking about one of the most electric college football players of our generation. Like more, we talk about Travis Hunter, and Travis Hunter's good, and Travis Hunter does stuff. He wasn't throwing his body like Tyrann Mathieu. Tyrann Mathieu was running to ball carriers, literally flipping, spinning himself around, and doing just the craziest things. Like he didn't really. He had a good NFL career, but he just wasn't as crazy as I thought he'd be in the league.
yeah. I the other one too
He's a
is
great player.
once you get to the NFL, things are different. You're playing bigger, faster, stronger. So you
Yeah.
and you want to like in college, you're kind of careless, I think, too, when it comes to some of those things. And then once you get to the NFL, it's like, hey, we need to protect your body a little bit better.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Hall of Famer for sure. And then last news that I have, major news, is T.J. Watt signs that 3-year, $123 million extension with the Steelers. Uh, it's like $108 million guaranteed, and makes him the highest non-paid quarterback.
All that for him to play only 10 games out of the whole season. So good job. I heard the NFLPA is trying to make an 18, or not the PA, but the NFL is, they're trying to make it so there's 18 games instead of 17 now.
Yeah, you got to limit preseason then, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, I don't care. It's more football, so
Personally, yeah, but if you do that, then players aren't going to want to have four like they're going to want less preseason games. But the preseason games are important to figure out those back ends of your roster, in my
well,
opinion.
and to get people in game shape to play. I mean, that's why I think there's football sucks in September because it's sloppy as fuck.
Yeah, you have players that should be playing that aren't. The Bengals
Yeah.
trying to get their shit figured out. Um, yeah, that's all I have for news. Do you have anything more for news?
No.
All right, now we can get into our top tens. So I didn't do mine in a specific order. Did you do yours in a specific order?
Not the top 10, the top 5 like position players I did,
Okay.
but no, not really.
Let's review your top five because I'm going to assume we're going to have a lot of the same players, and then
All right.
we'll kind of like if we have the same guy, we'll just kind of bank off of it, that type of thing. So
Top 5 of the top 10 is what you want to do?
yeah, do that, and then we'll just kind of or you
I got Just
know what? Read
oh,
your whole top 10, and then we'll kind of break it down.
I got Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Josh Allen, Patrick Surtain, Miles Sanders, Panay Sewell, Saquon Barkley, TJ Watt, um what I'm stupid.
Did you say Miles
Max
Sanders?
Crosby. No, I didn't say Miles Sanders.
Miles Garrett?
I said Miles Garrett. Oh, maybe I did say Miles Sanders. I put Panay Sewell in twice, so I really like Panay Sewell. Um, I'm gonna say we're gonna put Lamar Jackson in there. This is what we'll do instead of Panay Sewell twice. I don't know why I did that. Come on, you fucker.
That's funny. Really, really big fan. Shockingly, we have a lot of differences.
Really?
I'd say half our list,
Obvi-
5 or 6 of them are the same.
so I would imagine JJ's on there.
Yep, I have JJ. So I'll just read mine. No
Okay.
particular. So mine's no particular order. JJ, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Miles Garrett, Tristan Wirfs, Saquon Barkley, Dexter Lawrence, Patrick Mahomes.
If I could redo my list instead of just throwing a name out there, I'd probably put Joe Burrow above Lamar. Not to shit on Lamar, but I do love me some Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
In
mine
quarterback,
mine I couldn't put it in order. I was like, this one's too. I'm not gonna even bother. Here's my top 10. We'll go from there. Uh, okay, so let's break down your top five.
okay. JJ, best receiver in the league, in my opinion, without a doubt. He plays on an offense where he is the main focal point, and he doesn't have the pieces like the Bengals offense does with my next guy, where he has, a top three quarterback in the NFL right now who's playing his fucking ass off. He has a decent receiving core behind him and everything. So JJ to me is just unstoppable. JJ Smooth, the best route runner in the league, the best contested catch guy. JJ is really good. He's got his alter ego, which is weird to me, but I mean, sometimes you got to be a big dog.
Yeah,
JJ is a
no,
big dog. So.
I agree. I wouldn't put him as my number one probably, but I do think he's the best receiver in the league. But
No,
I
I put
think
him as my number one.
for me, I value. I think defense or because quarterback's the hardest position to play. So I think if you could be the best quarterback, you're probably going to be up there. And then like defensive end type stuff, like or even offensive. I don't know. I don't think I would have JJ as my number one, but he's definitely on my top 10. Um,
Yeah,
the only thing that he's not the best at is going against man coverage to my boy AJ Brown.
he's pretty good. I would say Jamar Chase is a better runner after the catch, or runner after the ball's in his hand than like
Yeah,
Jamar Chase could
yeah,
play running back.
yeah.
And then you got Jamar Chase, great route runner, great hands, best receiver after the catch. I take Jamar Chase over Tyreek Hill prime.
Well,
Just how
you get the triple crown for a reason. It's not like you're a
well
scrub. And he did that with T. Higgins, that actually wasn't injured for most of the season. Like he,
and had 1,000 yards receiving,
yeah,
didn't he? T Higgins.
like T. Higgins
Yeah.
had quite a bit of touchdowns. He was balling out this year and was not injured for most of the season. So,
Granted, it helps when your team plays behind the whole fucking
or
time
you,
because you're
yeah,
just
yeah,
so
or
bad.
you always have to put up points. Yeah, definitely is.
Yeah.
But
I got Josh. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I agree. Jamar Chase, second best wide receiver in the league, deserves to be in the top 10, especially at the skill positions for what they do. And again, the Triple Crown is not just, you just don't get the Triple Crown just to get the Triple Crown. You get it because you are an elite wide receiver in the league.
Yeah. I got Patrick Surtain, just a true lockdown corner.
I
Really, go ahead.
I wanted to put him on my list. I did.
I mean, he's playing competition. I mean, the AFC West is not an easy division to play in. I mean, you have the Raiders who, you know, pass the ball. They got Brock Bowers. They had some things going on. They
They
weren't
had
the best.
Devontae for a little bit.
Yeah, but he played Devontae. But the Chargers, I mean, that's a decent team to play against. I mean, the receivers have fallen off a little bit, but he played against Keenan Allen, people like that. And the Chiefs are just always hard. It doesn't matter if they have Rashid Rice out there or what. That's just a hard team to play against, and he just balls out all the time.
Yeah. I I'd be interested. I know at one point, like his stats, I think it was last year, his stats against like some of those top players were just insane. I remember like,
Mm-hmm.
I know it wasn't any like Darrell Revis 13 Darrell Revis or whatever it was, where he allowed like 30, no more than 35 yards from like guys like Randy Moss. Like that list year, I don't remember
Yeah,
what year it was, but that list was some elite Hall of Fame wide receiver guys that he was holding under 35 yards in a game. That's Pat Pat Surtain is putting up numbers like that. I would say, holding guys true and true. I wanted him on my list, but I have him on like number 11 or 12. I
hmm
I like defensive players. I think defense needs to be acknowledged more often in people's top tens. I think a lot of people think wide receiver, running back, quarterback. Those are the three big ones, and then after that, maybe squiggle in an offensive lineman or a defensive player. But No, I like that being in your top 10.
I got me Josh Allen. Obviously, Josh Allen had a lot of hate and was kind of overhyped for a little bit. Josh Allen, I've watched a lot of Josh Allen football the last couple of years, and watching him, I mean, what he did with this Bills team, losing Stephon Diggs, who was at the time, a top 10 wide receiver, and probably still right now, probably top 15 wide receiver in the NFL. Josh Allen is legit, dude. Josh Allen, what he's done the last he's been the number one quarterback 2 years in a row, right? Maybe three. Like he's in fantasy and just in general, like he is
Oh,
a do it all.
I have it on my so quarterback. He's been the number one or two over the last 5 seasons. I have it for my
Yeah.
fantasy
I mean, like
document.
he is money in the bank, and you just don't do that. It's not like he's like a not a good player. He's scoring touchdowns left and right. He's using his body, he's jumping through people, like using them on designed runs, throwing 30, 40 touchdowns a season. Like Josh Allen is good. Josh Allen has gotten way, way better, and I mean, I feel bad that he can't win a Super Bowl or make it past the Chiefs in a playoff game,
Yeah,
but
I mean, yeah, he made Shakir a relevant wide receiver. Like
yeah.
nobody. Keon Coleman didn't have as big of a rookie season as a lot of people expected. I imagine that's going to increase this year. Um, but yeah, he did a lot. I mean, he when you talk about carrying a team offensively, he did that. Made
Hmm.
the, he was making plays that he needed to play, passes that he needed to make. It's hard in the NFL to win games when you lose and don't have a true number one. Not a big name wide receiver, but a good, solid number one wide receiver. Um, that you could rely on. And Shakir was able to step up and allow that to happen, and he was able to get those to him. But yeah, Josh Allen has gotten better over the years. There's a reason why he's always in MVP talks. He wins games. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if um, he has his downfalls, just like every quarterback. They don't always win the big ones. They don't always win, when they truly need to win. But last year, people did not expect the Bills to be a playoff team or be where they were at, and he was a very, very large role into why they were where they were.
Oh, 100%. And my last of my top five is Miles Garrett. I mean, just a house wrecker. I mean, Miles Garrett had the coolest Halloween decoration of all time with the gravestone of all the quarterbacks he sacked a couple years ago. I mean, Miles Garrett he's good. He's a good teammate. I mean, he ended up staying in with the Browns, which is kind of shocking after all the fuss he made. But he got paid. He got that, and he's productive in a very probably the hardest division in all of football.
Yeah, yeah, I have him. I mean, last year he had 14 sacks, which wasn't bad for the season for most people, but he led the league in total tackles for loss, and he was an All Pro. It's hard to when you look at his numbers, like he's an actual true D end, while other guys are playing that outside linebacker position that either don't pass rush every play like he does, or they go into pass coverage every now and then, maybe not oft as but this is a true D end guy, not a outside linebacker position guy. Um, his pass rush run rate is crazy. His run stopping is good. Like he can do it all. It's crazy, and he's doing it against double coverages a lot too. Like he's getting double teamed
Mm-hmm.
more than some of these other big name pass rushers that may have a little bit better of stats, but he's putting up just as good as numbers. It's like the Aaron Donald putting up those numbers that he did when he was getting double triple teamed as a D tackle. Um, Miles Garrett's doing this with two guys on him. 25% of his snaps, if not more. I don't remember what the exact number was. He'll be there for another 2 to 3 years minimum, top 10, and then at that point I think he'll start having to fall off a little bit, but could be longer. I he's just
Yeah.
the he's just the definition of a true pass rusher. Nothing else. Just go and get the quarterback, go cause havoc in the backfield. So I agree with that. And then, so those were your top five.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we both had Lamar, so we'll just go over him. You don't win MVPs being a scrub. He's gotten better as a thrower, and he's still when he tucks that ball and runs, you don't know. You almost project a touchdown every time. Like he can go big, make flashy plays. He's still a winner. The playoffs are one thing, but he's still a winner. He gets his teams in positions to win, and his ability definitely opens up guys like Derrick Henry. Where I know Derrick Henry's a great running back in the league, but on an RPO, you have to respect Lamar. If he's going to hand it off, or is he going to take it himself? He just opens up the field for the rest of his team. And again, the MVPs speak for themselves for what he's done. I know one of them probably shouldn't have gotten, but
Yeah, I mean he is still a top quarterback in the NFL. He's top 5 for sure. I mean, Lamar can do it all. He has developed into a pretty decent passer, and he's obviously the best, honestly, probably the best runner of the football of all time right now for quarterback. So
quarterback for sure. Yeah, I think he's already passed or pretty close to passing some of those top, Vicks and those type of guys in their careers. So
yeah,
I think the other one too that I saw was like, hold on, let me just go check this out because this is a stat that's insane to me if it's true. So he has in his career, yeah. So he has like 200 total yards less rushing than Christian McCaffrey does in his whole career, which is crazy to think.
that's insane. That's
Like,
insane.
uh,
CMC's been in longer too, or the same time.
I think it's the same time. I think they're both 20. I think CMC's one more year because he was drafted 2017.
No, Lamar was before 2017 though, or he was at 2017 because I think Lamar was a Madden cover, and what Madden was that?
No, Lamar was drafted in
18.
2018. Hold on.
So he was a Madden cover in 2020.
So yeah, so in 103 career games, Lamar has played, and CMC's played in 95. So only 8 games off. Uh, CMC has 300 more rushing attempts and only 200 yards more rushing,
That's insane.
and less than 20 total more rushing touchdowns. Like Lamar's playing quarterback to,
Yeah,
running
he's
back.
been running back,
Yeah,
bro.
running back numbers for a quarterback is all on top of, recently he's been throwing for 4,000 yards and 3,000. Like he's had a couple seasons of over 3,000 yards passing and 36 touchdowns his second year. Like 41 last year. Like he's doing it both.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
he's proven himself. People calling him the running back is not true anymore. So
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, stats wise maybe, but once it comes to running the ball, but if anything, that's a compliment.
All right. I don't remember your other ones. Who else did you have on there?
I had Saquon.
Okay. Oh, we both had Saquon. Um, gets behind a real team, isn't injured. He's electric on the field. The
Yeah.
His strength ability, you just don't do a spin jump over a hurdle just cause that's insane. Not in cover. Um, he he's the best overall running back in the league. I've with the Giants, he probably still was talent wise, but he just was injured and couldn't do anything with the fucking terrible team, which Saquon didn't do it. He put up numbers at times. CMC didn't. He got better when he got to the 49ers. Uh, you go to these bad teams, you get to a better team, you're going to perform better typically. So it's not a knock on Saquon. I think it's you're you're in the environment you're in, and you just get better. Uh, Now I do think he'll have a little bit of fall off this year, just because that's usually how it goes. But he's insane. He's a dual threat running back, not just a run heavy guy. He's got the power to go through people. He's got the elusiveness, the all that you want in a running back. And sure, Derrick Henry is big and can lower shoulder none, but give me a guy like they can do it both out of the backfield and running and receiving.
Yeah, Saquon is talented. Saquon proved last year behind a elite team that he was an elite running back. Saquon Barkley, if there was one knock on him, it's his injury history. And if I was a betting man, I'd bet that he gets injured this year with after taking every snap basically for that
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, and the other thing to consider too is he was the Eagles' offense. Like we relied on,
Oh yeah.
until the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts played phenomenal, and everything. But Saquon Barkley, if he didn't rush for a certain amount of yards a game, if he wasn't getting touches, if he wasn't producing, we weren't gonna win. We weren't gonna see those type of things. We didn't get Nick Sirianni learned. We didn't get a last year's uh, Swift where he was getting 0 to 1 yard, 1 touch and a half. Um,
Yeah.
so he was a
And still
very
rushed for 1,000 yards.
as a running back to carry your team into the playoffs and then get you, and then your quarterback goes in and does what he needs to do for the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl. I mean, that's big. He carried most of those games for the most part. Um,
Yeah.
I definitely think that he'll don't I don't want him to get injured. He'll have a little bit of a fall off, but he's still going to show that he's good. Just no injuries,
Dude, there's
please.
no way.
No injuries. No injuries. All
There's
right.
no way.
And then we'll go with. I know you said you wanted to put Did you have Burrow too, or you said you wanted to put him on?
I want to put Joe Burrow on. I just went with Lamar. Just thinking of someone off my head. I love Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Joe Burrow. I put him on. Talent wise, I think he's the probably better thrower of all the quarterbacks. Um, his instincts are good. I mean, shit, his rookie year, he did what he did with the Bengals and went to a Super Bowl, lost, unfortunately, but and then
Not rookie year,
our second year, sorry.
full year.
Um,
Yeah.
his
Yeah,
injuries
I
are his
heard it.
biggest thing
Yeah.
that have impacted his career. He's had the knee and then the wrist and missed the time, and
hmm
I think the big thing is to keep him in the top 10, especially going into this next year. Is I know his defense is going to be trash uh, with everything, but he has to win games now. Like there's no more whatever. You have a good running
Yeah.
back. You got your two top wide receivers that they're paying. You need to go put up as many points as you possibly can in a game. Win, leave no questions out. Because if you win with what you have on offense, and this defense is probably going to be bottom 5 defense in the league next year, most likely.
Yeah.
If you go and win and make the playoffs and even an AFC Championship game, you're just solidifying your ability at quarterback and
How great you are.
yeah, how
Yeah.
good you actually truly are. Um, so this is a year that he's got to perform. Um, but this time it's got to lead to the playoffs and winning, not miss it by half a game. Get close, but
Yeah.
it all starts to getting hot and starting right away in September, not 2 months into the season.
Yeah. I agree. Love me some Joe Burr.
All right, who is one of your other ones?
Um,
Panay Sewell
I mean,
twice.
yeah, Panay Sewell. We don't need to talk about Panay Sewell. That's just one of those guys. Um, I say we talk about one more person, then we move on.
Okay.
So my last person I want to talk about is Max Crosby. Max Crosby is totally an effort player. He's a great pass rusher, and He comes in, blocks the sheds, or sheds the blocks the sheds, dude. Sheds the blocks and goes in and is playing against great offensive linemen. Chargers offensive linemen, uh, uh,
Joel,
yeah, Joe Alt. He's playing against,
Slater, Sean Slater.
yeah,
So he's going against two good tackles in the league.
Tooney.
Yeah, Tooney.
Oh, they don't have Tooney anymore,
No,
but they
not
did have
anymore. But
Tooney.
yeah, Tooney. I don't
Who else is he
know.
going against?
I don't know who the
Raiders, Chiefs. Oh, Broncos.
Broncos. I
I think Broncos have a decent offensive line too. So like they're playing, he's playing some decent players, and Max Crosby's eating, dude. He's good. I mean, what's his face? Uh, you saw the ESPYS. I know you did. You saw Shane Gillis doing his shit.
yeah.
Once he said Happy Juneteenth, Max Crosby, I lost it, dude. That's got to be the funniest shit ever. Happy Juneteenth, brother.
Yeah, I mean, he led the league 2 years ago and 3 years ago in tackles for loss. He's had last year was a down year in his sacks, but he only played 12 games. But before that, he was 14 and a half, 12 and a half. He's not missing games either, which very, very impressive. And he's getting, almost 100 sacks a season as a defensive end.
And he wasn't even their first round pick that draft. I just want people to know that it was Clean or Farrell was his name. You remember who that is?
Yeah, yeah, uh, Cleveland Farrell or whatever.
Yeah. And you know
He was a
what?
fourth round pick.
Yeah. Dude is an effort guy. Dude is a great pass rusher, has a knack for the ball, decent at good at run stop. He's just an all around package guy. He's someone locker room guy you want in there. Good attitude. Ex drug addict. Him and fucking Darren Waller are buddies.
Yeah, and they're on the same team, so they were able to be ex
They were.
drug addicts together and make it work.
True.
Real quick, Bill Garnes said not quite to a million yet. I'd better click like. So we're getting there slowly but surely.
Thank you,
Um,
Bill.
my last guy I'm going to shout out is Tristan Wirfs. I think he's probably the most underappreciated offensive tackle in the league. Skyler's a big Bucks fan, so I constantly hear it from him. Mike, like all the Bucks players, constantly hear the stuff from him. But like Tristan Wirfs is the first tackle to be an All Pro at both left and right tackle.
Yeah.
That
He's good.
that takes talent. That takes
Oh
skill.
yeah.
That takes ability. Started coming to the league as a right tackle, went to Super Bowl with Tom Brady as your quarterback, switches over to the left side and continues to just dominate. Um, he is injured coming into the season. He's projected to miss the first couple weeks of the season, so that'll be interesting for the Bucks because he's basically they've lost a lot of that good offensive line they had back when Brady was there, and he's been holding it
Mm-hmm.
down for him. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in those first couple weeks that he plays without him. But Tristan Wirfs deserves an, a top 10 honor for what he has done in the tackle position on both sides of the ball. You got guys like Lane Johnson, um, Trent Williams, like those guys. Yeah, they're definitely top tackles in the league. I would say some of the best. Arguably the number one. But I think Tristan Wirfs, I think, has finally taken the cake to be the best tackle in the NFL over those
Yeah.
guys. Like him and Lane Johnson at one point were like the only two tackles that hadn't allowed like a sack in it was like 2 years or something, like some insane number. Which at that time, Tristan Wirfs was playing left tackle while Lane's on the right. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely give him that props to beat on the left side. Hope for that a little bit more.
And
But
not
that,
giving up blindside sacks
yeah,
too.
yeah. So shout out to Tristan Wirfs. Deserves that top 10 honors. All right.
Amazing. The best.
So we're gonna move into our quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, fantasy top five ranking projections in terms of where we think these guys will finish in the like these five names will be in the top five at their respective positions. I don't have mine in any specific order. I don't know. Again, did you do a specific order, or did you just put five names down?
I I did, and we can run through it quick.
Yeah. So
Um,
just go through your
and
five,
then
and then I'll go through it again. We'll just kind of
yeah,
see, and then
I'll give a brief explanation. Josh Allen, starts quarterback. Josh Allen, dual threat quarterback, has finished one or two in the last 5 years. Get him going. The best of the best does it. Second, Lamar Jackson just threw 40 touchdowns on a team that still has a lot of offensive talent. Still has Derrick Henry, even though he's getting old. Still can chug and run that ball in there. I don't see
yeah,
it
and he's
changing.
putting
Joe
up running
Burrow.
back, and again he's putting up running back numbers at a quarterback position every
Yeah.
season.
Joe Burrow, or sorry, excuse me, Jalen Hurts, probably one of the best goal line running quarterbacks in NFL history. You know, has kind of taken a step back since the boy fucking Saquon Barkley's been there, but still good player. Joe Burrow, that offense is going to be behind all the time just because of how bad that defense is, and they're going to be in shootouts. So give me some Joe Burrow because best passing quarterback in the NFL. And then last, but certainly not least, Jane Daniels. What he did last year was historic. I mean, probably better than RG3 rookie year. So I'm excited to see what Jane Daniels will do
Yeah.
year two.
Uh, so I have Lamar finished first. He's been a top finisher quite a bit. Josh Allen, like you said, one or two in the last 5 seasons. Those dual threat quarterbacks in fantasy, those are who you want. Um, Jalen
Mhm.
Hurts, besides his rookie year, he's been a top 10 quarterback in fantasy every year. And again, you said he's fallen off a little bit in terms of adding Saquon, but for me, it's he didn't fall. He fell off on the stat wise, but in terms of the doing what he needs to when he needs to wise, I think that's allowed him to grow and become a better quarterback. You know, it's not going to show up on the
He's a
stats.
he's honestly, I'm gonna say this, and you're gonna take this as an offense. I don't think it is. He's the best game manager in the NFL.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And he makes and he makes the right throws when he needs to. He can get those throws when he needs to. Like the Packers game. Sorry, I'm mumbling now. But like the Packers game, they played a prevent, keep him in the pocket, forcing him to throw the
Mm-hmm.
ball. Well, Jalen Hurts, when you see these wide open lanes, he used to just want to take off right away. Force him to stay in the pocket, stay in the pocket, through a touchdown pass. He's grown so much. He's one of those quarterbacks that everybody's like, he doesn't put up the numbers to be top 10, but I think everything else he does personally puts him in the top 10. But I have Hurts, and then I also have Jaden Daniels. Uh, Again, dual threat. He's adding some better wide receiver weapons with uh, Debo, so I think
Mm-hmm.
that'll help. The Terry McLaurin thing kind of scares me right now, but I still think he can get it done. And I think his running ability he'll he'll expand on that
Oh,
too.
100%.
And then the last one, I have Joe Burrow at 6, but my other one is Bo Nix. So last season with a
Too high. Too high.
last season, remember how slow he started? In fantasy, he still finished quarterback number 7.
Too high.
So if he comes out from the very get go playing like he was last year, I think Bo Nix can crack the top 5.
Honorable mention J.J. McCarthy, best quarterback in the
Shut the hell up.
NFL.
Honorable mention would be like, I don't know. Joe Burrow is my number 6. I just think the running capabilities of those 5 guys I value over him throwing 40 touchdowns.
Joe Burrow.
All right,
All right, running backs.
I'll start with running backs,
You gonna
and
start him?
then
Yeah.
these are no order, and then we can get into it. Saquon
Okay.
Barkley, he was number 2 in 2024. His production will still drop a little bit, but I still think he'll still be a top 5 guy. Hopefully, no injuries. The Madden curse is what still worries me. Bijan was uh, number 3 last year, top 10 both years that he's been in the league. I think this year is the year the Falcons finally open the gates with him a little bit more, limit the Tyler Algier touches a little bit, especially if you go the route of Penix, you're gonna have a younger quarterback. the dump offs, the drop offs, all that, Bijan's going to be there for. Jameer Gibbs, despite a dual running back room, he was number one last year in fantasy at running back, and even if a slight fall off of David Montgomery taking a couple touchdowns away from him, he's still going to be number one or a top five guy. Devon Achane, he was five last year. His competition's slim. He's going to see a high volume. Again, with Tua at quarterback, he's going to see the dump offs. Even if Tua gets hurt, Quinn Ewers is going to be another dump off. Quinn Ewers didn't like throwing the ball downfield. He liked the short, intermediate to small, short passes. Uh, Devon Achane's going to feed off of that. And then my last guy is Chase Brown. He was number 10 last year and only was 10 last year and only
Okay.
uh, and that was from becoming the number one guy halfway into the season. You look at his snap count and everything. The first like 8 to 10 weeks was about a third or so of the snaps. By the end of the season, he was playing 80 plus every week, and that's what really boosted him. So putting him in offense that's going to have to score a lot of points, and Joe Burrow can't throw the ball to T. Higgins and Jamar Chase every time. You're going to have to get your run game involved. Chase Brown has no competition, and
Great receiver out of the backfield too.
that 80% plus snap percentage is going to be nice for him for a whole year. Give me that top five.
So I had Bijan, Gibbs, obviously. Saquon, I think that he's going to be taking a step back just because of his receiving ability, and I just don't feel like he's going to take as many touches. Obviously, I love me some Devon Achane. I've been a big Devon Achane since his rookie year when people said I was sharking people with trades. But Devon Achane, obviously worth it. If he would have stayed healthy, he proved it last year that he's legitimately a top five running back. And my last one is CMC. All reports is that he's healthy. He literally every single year that he has a year off because he's injured, he always comes back and plays really well.
Yeah,
Give me some CMC. I'm 100% okay with it.
he
I
was
think
my
that he is good value right now.
honorable mention. I had him down originally over Achan, but then I was like, I don't trust the injuries. He's older. I'll put in Achan, and then right now that wide receiver room is a fucking mess with injuries, with
Mm-hmm.
wanting to be paid, hold out, whatever happens.
Yeah.
CMC is Mr. Reliable. George Kittle and CMC, I imagine, are going to have some great seasons with what's about to happen with that wide receiver room. They may have to go sign a guy that's a current free agent because, ugh, ugh.
My honorable mention for running backs. I know this is going to be overhyped. Genty, based on volume, I think that he could have a really really solid year. Um, Running backs taken as high as Genty usually pan out with the
Just going to
where
be
you take
running
him.
to
He's
the
going to be
ground,
ahead
though.
for
That's the only shitty part.
probably, but he will. Now my wide receivers.
All right, you go ahead first.
First one, Jamar Chase, obvious triple crown, uh, talented receiver, gets a ton of fantasy points at any given week. He could score you 50. Um, Justin Jefferson, to me, it's an upgrade at quarterback. I think JJ is better than Sam Darnold. People won't probably want to believe that, but Sam Darnold also, if people remember, was going to be a backup to, and also Sam Darnold really, really, really. I think people are going to really see the true Sam Darnold. I think it's KOC more than I think it is a lot of these quarterbacks jumping out there doing stuff like that. So I'm excited to see what JJ does. JJ to JJ connection. You're going to hear that all year, so it'll be fun to see. I put Puka. I know you're not going to like it. He's one of those guys that people are like, no, not Puka. He's probably going to get drafted. He's going to be a, first, second round pick. But I think in this offense, Puka does well with volume. And I know that Adams is a little volume hog, but I also do believe in Puka and I believe in the talent. I think that's what this team wants to go with moving forward. CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb got help. That's what CeeDee Lamb needed last year. CeeDee Lamb can't do it all by himself. So I love CeeDee Lamb. I've always loved the talent. He's someone that I've traded for multiple seasons. Probably traded for CeeDee Lamb for like 5 years in a row because he was like
Yeah.
someone that was undervalued, and I was like, dude, CeeDee Lamb is so fucking good. And he had a knockoff last year, had a shoulder injury, really hampered him. but I am excited to see what CeeDee Lamb does with Dak Prescott. I mean, George Pickens being there helps CeeDee Lamb more than people want to admit it
Mm-hmm.
does. Takes a
I
lot of
agree.
pressure off of him, and I think that it could put him back into the top 5 status that we're used to with CeeDee Lamb. And then my last, but certainly not least, is Amon-Ra St. Brown. People are worried about the retirement and the offensive line and what they're going to do and yada, yada, yada. I don't care. Amon-Ra St. Brown has been nothing but consistent and nothing but one of the top wide receivers in the league. He's gritty. He's tough. He catches a lot of passes. He's a volume hog. Like, give me him 110% of the time.
Amon-Ra is my honorable mention. I almost put him in, but I think with my biggest thing was I think JMO has a breakout season, which will impact a little bit. So I
My
had
honorable
Chase.
mention.
Oh,
My honorable mention is Drake London. Drake London really
ooh,
popped off last year, and I love me some Drake London. I'm not gonna lie.
that is a good one. Yeah, well, I have a Falcons player in my top 5 tight ends.
Mm.
No, I'm joking. So I also had Chase. Clearly, he was number 1 last year. With again the whole, they're gonna have to put up points. He's gonna be a top 5. Joe Burrow and him love each other. They have that chemistry. It's gonna happen. He's gonna be a top 5 receiver. Again, all these are pending injuries too. We're hoping no injuries. We on Two Drunk Guys do not condone injuries. We don't
No,
want injuries to happen.
no injuries
I
unless it
also had,
benefits me.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it definitely benefits us. CeeDee Lamb, he was number 8 last year due to the injury a little bit. Like you said, adding Pickens opens up a lot for him. And the other thing too is just like the Bengals, that defense is not going to be phenomenal. So they're going to have to put up points. They're going to have to throw the ball. We don't know what we're going to get out of any of those 3 running backs they have. So Dak, Pickens, and CD. Guess if you want to throw Terrence Ferguson in there too, going to see some high volumes. JJ, um, besides the year that he's injured, he's been top 6 in the league. Addison's going to miss some games, so JJ is going to be big for the first 3 games, maybe more, depending on how long the Addison suspension is. So expect a lot of volume in those games when he's out. The only thing with me is McCarthy worries me. That's it. I don't know how I feel about McCarthy as a throwing quarterback yet with it all. And then I have 2 guys that are different. Malik Neighbors, he was number 6 last year. I think the wide receiver room is still not good with his his number 2 is Darius Slayton still. Um,
Wandale Robinson.
he didn't even really do much. Like these guys, they have
He was
names,
good.
but
He
they
was
haven't.
decent.
But they haven't like Darius Slayton. I'd say was
Broken
his
out.
biggest,
Yeah.
his biggest competition the whole season. Wandale Robinson had a couple games, but nothing long term. Nobody really was taken over as that true number 2. You got better QB play. I don't even care who it is. James James Winston throwing you the ball. Russell Wilson throwing you the ball. One of those 2 guys are going to get Malik Neighbors the ball. So I'm not too worried there. The running backs room is going to be a little bit split there too. So Malik Neighbors can take advantage of that. And then my not number 5, but my last guy that I have is Brian Thomas Jr. So he
Good
was
player.
4 last year. Not really any competition. His he had a good season last year. Evan Ingram was Trevor Lawrence's probably second favorite target. He's gone. I know you're high on Strange, but I don't think Strange fills in the shoes as well. I don't know. Um, and to me, this year is a Trevor Lawrence preview year. Maybe not.
Oh, 100%.
Maybe not making the playoffs. Maybe not, but at least some type of winning record. Even if they go 9-8, I would. And he puts up good stats. Thank you, Trevor Lawrence. You're finally showing us you can do something. I don't think they're a team that's truly a playoff team with just what they have. I think their defense is still not good, but Trevor Lawrence, give us something. Win some close games. 2-minute warning games. Put games away. Do something for us, please. Show us why you make the money that you do. So with that, being a Trevor Lawrence prove it year for me at least, you got to get it to your guy. That's gonna help skyrocket you to the top.
to make you the best.
My
Uh,
honorable mention wide receiver is not Puka, because fuck Puka. Um, my honorable mention was Nico Collins, just because I don't think that wide receiver room. Yeah, they drafted two guys, and the Jay Higgins and the younger guys. I just don't think they'll produce anything for Nico. And Nico was doing some things with C.J. Stroud, so I kind of like that connection a lot. All right, tight ends. I'll start with my tight ends. Clearly, I didn't make a number one list, top five list, but this guy's going to be number one again. Brock Bowers. His next competition is Jacoby Myers in all of that Raiders offense. Genty, sure, whatever. I don't care. I think Genty's a better rusher than he is a receiver. But Brock Bowers is going to fucking feast with Geno Smith again.
He's the best, dude. He's great.
And it's a better QB again. The thing that I've advocated, he's got a better QB now. Trey McBride was number 2 in tight end last year. And guess how many total touchdowns he had last year? 4 total touchdowns.
Oh, 4?
Yeah. He had
I
one
remember
rushing.
one of them. Yeah, he had the rushing one where he fumbled it and then
Yeah.
picked it up, and I lost because
Or
of that.
3 total touchdowns. Sorry, 3 total touchdowns, 2 receiving, 1 rushing. And he was the number 2 tight end.
And I remember the fucking goddamn rushing one because it was a fumble and he picked it up in the end zone, and I lost because of that, I want you to know. And I was so pissed. I was so incredibly pissed.
We love fantasy football for that reason. Yeah. That's just number 2 with 3 total touchdowns is just insane. And again, they have proven Kyler Murray likes him. Just get some more touchdowns, he'll be fine. Kittle, Purdy needs somebody to throw it to. That's all I have for that. Is the wide receiver room's a mess. You gotta throw it to other than just CMC. George Kittle should have a pretty decent season this year. Travis Kelce, even though he fell off last year, he was still number 5. Like he did not. We didn't consider him a good season last year, but he was still number 5.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to shit on your take, but I want to say something because I have some feelings towards old Trav. He is in an offense. His production came after Rashid Rice got hurt and all the Marquise Brown didn't play and stuff like that. Rashid Rice will be back this year. They also added some talent in the draft, and Marquise Brown is healthy the whole season. And you know who else is still there? Oh, Xavier Worthy. I'm not a big Travis Kelce guy. I think Travis Kelce
who is gonna miss more than 3 games due to a suspension? Rashid Rice.
We'll see how many he misses.
Again, Travis Kelce on a down year that we said was number 5. Tight ends last year were not good. If Travis
you
Kelce
draft Travis Kelce.
No, because he's gonna always get overdrafted, and I'm not gonna do that.
No, he's not. He's going. We'll see in our mock draft, but he's going way later than you think.
And the big thing is he's just Mahomes' trusted target. When in doubt, Travis Kelce's there somewhere.
I hate it.
My last one is Njoku. I think he's starting to show up with QB play. I feel like games that every time I didn't need him to do something, he always did something, and it always pissed me off. And I think he can produce with whatever quarterbacks in there. Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, not as great, but Kenny Pickett. And then the 2 other, whatever they decide with quarterbacks.
Sanders or Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel and Sanders, both are very accurate with the ball, and they're rookies, so they're going to look for shorter routes if they need to. Like, Sanders didn't chuck the ball deep all the time unless it was maybe every now and then, but he wanted the shorter, more intermediate routes, something that tight ends usually run. And Njoku's a very athletic dude. Like, he has impressed me. I think I had him in one league last year for a little bit, or maybe a backup, but I think no matter what quarterback's playing, I think Joe Flacco is probably the better one for him, but the other one too is Jerry Jeudy's the only wide receiver. Everybody else, like Cedric Tillman, had a couple good games. Like, there's nothing going on with the Browns either with that. So give me Njoku.
I'll fly by mine really quick. If you notice a trend in mine, I have 3 Iowa tight ends in there. Best tight end factory in the whole NFL. Got Brock Bowers. Don't have to say anything. Everyone knows how good Brock
Yep.
Bowers is. Everyone thought the Raiders were crazy because they had such a good tight end and Michael Mayer. Don't use him. Brock Bowers is the best tight end in the league. Literally a receiver playing tight end. George Kittle, dude's going to feast. Dude is good. The 49ers, newsflash, aren't going to be that good. Took a lot of hits, lost a lot of key pieces and are getting old. Trey McBride, they love Trey McBride. They can't get enough of Trey McBride in Arizona, and they're going to keep feeding him. Sam Laporta, I think, is going to have a good junior season in the NFL. Going into year 3, great target, can do a lot of stuff. Excited for him. And then my last, but certainly not least, is TJ Hawkinson. If Addison misses games, JJ McCarthy's going to need a safety blanket. Big TJ Hawkinson over in the middle is the biggest safety blanket you can get. And my honorable mention, I've been saying it all year. Thank me after this season, Brenton Strange.
Surprised you didn't say Noah Fant, dude.
Noah Fant, dude.
He's not on the team anymore. He got cut. But yeah, no. Sam Laporta was my honorable mention. I just, with how much is on that offense, and after like seeing it last year, and I think increased roles happened with like JMO and stuff, I just didn't think he'd be top 10 or top 5, but I think he'll still be
Are you
top
in?
10. No,
Are you in? Yeah.
It says I'm in a 10-team PPR snake, 2 minutes per pick, 15 rounds.
All right, I'm gonna put pick 5, and you pick a pick, and then I'll randomize it.
All right, I'm gonna. Oh, it doesn't matter which one I pick then.
No.
Well, I want to pick
Just
right next to you. I want to be Team 6.
We'll pick Team 6. You're fine. Pick it. Now I'm gonna randomize
No,
it.
don't randomize it. I want to be Team. I want to pick right next to you because that's our favorite thing to do.
No, we're okay.
Wow, you're no fun.
Okay, I'm pick
All right,
11. You're
we're still
pick.
pretty close. We're closer than we want to be.
Wait, why is it only? Oops.
What?
I want it to be 12 teams.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, there we go. I'm pick 9. You're pick. You ready to start it?
Yeah, you can go ahead. I'll pick 7.
Gibbs went number 1 overall. Then Chase, Barkley, Bijan, Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb. Oh my God, you have so much value here.
Yeah, I know. So pick 7 is interesting for me because I think after you get after like the first couple rounds, wide receivers start to fall, or running backs fall off pretty hard. But with the value here and where I've been at all year, and then we come back around. Yeah, I'm gonna
Doesn't
go.
matter.
I'm gonna go with. You can go Amon Ra for security, but it's a mock, and I perversely like him more. I'm gonna take Malik Neighbors.
And then they took Amon Ra. That's a terrible thing they did to me. I'm a fan of taking rookie running backs, and I will take Genty. Genty's volume is gonna lead him through. Bowers went. Oof. Bucky Irving. Wow.
Wait, what happened already? It's not letting me scroll over.
Bowers got Puka, Henry, Bowers, CMC, Bucky Irving, and
right.
Brian Thomas
Bucky
Jr.
Irving already? What the hell?
Yeah, well.
What did you do with this mock draft? I feel like this is already wrong.
No, this is just based off of whatever.
This is a weird
I'm gonna
draft.
go ahead and I'm gonna take another guy I love, Devon Achane in the second round.
I see.
Maybe a little bit too early.
Running back heavy.
Always do, baby. Always do.
Yeah, I moved into. I used to be wide receiver heavy, but then I've had more success recently being a running back heavy guy.
It's how you do it.
With that, because I like to go running backs, I'm going to take Josh Jacobs.
You do love you some Josh Jacobs. JSN, dude. I can't believe some of these players going so early.
Josh Allen in the second round. What the? This is crazy.
Trey McBride, James
Cook.
Cook.
Look at that! Oh, look at that! My boy, Chase Brown.
I love the chase down value.
I know you love your Brees Hall.
No, not this year, not as much. I mean, I like Brees Hall. I actually think we go a couple routes. There's a lot of good quarterbacks going off the board.
He's gonna take Marvin Harrison Jr.
I really kind of wanted to, but I am gonna take Marv, dude. Marv put on some weight, dude. Let's give me some Marv.
I know you so well. Bro, and Mike Evans is coming back around for you. Hampton, I know you're high on Hampton. You could take him.
Let's see. Let's look at these wide receivers. What do they look like after a couple rounds? Slim pickings, if you ask me.
You're slim pickings.
I mean, 4th round. Why not take another first round running back and just even keel it out, man?
Nice, solid.
And you're gonna take Kenneth Walker, 100%.
No. I think I'm done with the Kenneth Walker train. I've had him so much, and he's burnt me so much. The weeks that I truly need him, I'm gonna go with just Mr. All Reliable at Mike Evans. Rashee Rice is gonna. Right now, Rashee Rice is ranked high. They're not considering a suspension yet. He's gonna fall.
Chuba Hubbard, man, it's so weird. This is my first mock of the season, by the way.
I've done a bunch on ESPN, and I can tell you, most of this shit has not happened, like with live people. Like Josh Allen wasn't going until at least the 3rd or 4th. Joe Burrow, Jalen, like I've not seen 5 quarterbacks gone in the first 4 rounds. So I can tell you how much AI is different with this. Oh yeah, definitely different things here that I could do. I know I'm not going to get the running back I want unless I draft him right now, but I think it's too early.
You're going to literally draft what's his face already? He's way back there, Skinny.
Hey, yeah, but you got to think. Yeah, I guess. Sam Laporta Hawkinson wouldn't be bad here to fulfill that round, but because I'm high on JMO this year and I like the value of him in the 5th round, especially in the middle, I'm gonna take JMO.
I'm going to take another rookie that's going to see a lot of volume. And Tech McMillan.
Marcus is relying on the young guys now.
Well, dude, the value is just too crazy, man. Like, I could have Henderson, who's probably going to play a lot this year.
Yeah, but you don't want
kind of a wide receiver.
You don't want
dead zone.
2 New England players.
Who's my other one?
Well, you just are. Never mind. Sorry, I don't know why I thought you took the.
I'm going to take Henderson, dude. I'm going to take every rookie running back in this draft. I'm sitting here with 4 running backs: Ashton Genty, Devon Achane, Hampton, and Henderson. Someone's got to be good.
6th round. This guy was projected a 5th round pick. I'm gonna take T.J. Hawkinson. Get that tight end 1, baby. Judy, Waddle, Mayfield. Yeah, Kelsey going in the 7th. I guess that's not an overdraft. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? No. Taking Caleb Johnson, dude.
I'm taking my boy Shakir. Love me some Shakir. Solid wide receiver 3.
Ooh, Jacoby Myers going at the end of the 7th.
Let's see who we got here. I'm going to take a tight end that's going to see a fuck ton of volume in Evan Ingram.
I can see a lot of names that I don't want to touch.
I see one that I would touch. 2 that I'd touch right now.
There's a lot of names in this area that I just don't want to touch. So the 7th, 8th round is going to be pretty fucking bad. But,
it's a dead zone.
Yeah, I think this is like one of the worst like dead zones I've ever seen. Like in terms of like.
No, there's some players that have some.
Um, let's see here. I'm just kind of seeing what comes up. Okay. You know, I'm gonna take Jared Goff. I think he'll be a reliable quarterback.
Brandon Ayuk right after is pretty crazy. I wanted Brandon Ayuk to fall. I'm not gonna lie. Diggs, Javonte Williams, Zach Charbonnet. People are talking about Charbonnet taking over that backfield.
They said that last year too, but it didn't happen. You know, around 9, still getting a wide receiver 1. I'm going to take Michael Pittman. I don't need to start him, but by the time that I need to play him, hopefully the quarterback situation's figured out. We can see what's going on. Hopefully it's Daniel Jones. I can say that much.
It really does get to be a dead zone, doesn't it?
Yeah, like it's guys that like you kind like you wish you would want to take, but like you just don't feel comfortable with it. You know.
I can't take every rookie running back, but I'm going to. And Cam Scatterbo.
You're looking like my dynasty league last year. I took all those rookies. Oh, here he goes. Gonna take Mbuka. Just get more rookies.
Another rookie in Buka,
Oh
baby.
my god. Oh man, that's funny. Let's see here.
My team is going to lose. There's no doubt about it.
When's his bye week? Week 6, because I'm a bye week guy. A guy that I like, I'm just gonna back. I know it's a mock, but I'm gonna get my backup side in. I'm gonna get Tucker Kraft. I think he's gonna be a solid guy this
That's a
year.
good play.
Adds those wide receivers, and I think it's gonna spread out the team a little bit more.
Damn it, dude. Damn it.
Dude, taking like a Dak Prescott here would be like, I don't need a backup quarterback yet, but fuck, dude, Dak.
Oh, you took Jared Goff.
Yeah, I took because I was like Mr. Consistent. You know, give me 15 every week, I'll be happy. But like, fuck, dude, like taking a backup in Dak or Jordan Love right now already kind of sounds nice. Yeah, I can tell you right now, I've done a terrible job at my
Draft.
well, just like looking into deeper rounds, I guess. You know, I'm gonna take Dak. I think he'll be a solid backup
You're such a fuck.
quarterback.
That's who I wanted. I'm going to take Jordan Love then.
Yeah.
JJ McCarthy, Drake May. Damn.
You didn't want your boy JJ?
Not to be my starter.
Dude, Kyle Pitts in the 12th round might be worth taking.
Dude, you're talking about dead zone, man. This is the dead zone. This ain't fun.
And you got to
I'm going to
think.
take a flyer on a guy, Marvin Mims.
And you got to think our my league, our draft is 18 rounds.
Oh, I know. But by then I'll have done a million mock drafts, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This year's going to be different too. Yours being online, because in person people get swayed pretty easily by.
Yeah.
No.
You know. Damn, dude, I really have no idea what to do here. I'll take Rashad Bateman. He had his moments. He signed a contract extension, so they clearly want him there. And you can't throw the ball to Zay Flowers all the time, right? Gotta have somebody else. Oh, you did kickers in this league? What the hell? All right, I guess yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, let's look here. You never take a kicker until the last round, of course. See, now it's like, what do you do? This is where you're just hoping for something to happen. So if I'm hoping for something to happen with a guy that's being older and fuck. You know what? I'm gonna take Nick Chubb.
Love it. Give me my boy Brent Strange.
I knew you were gonna take him at that point. Look at all these kickers go. What the hell?
Give me Tyler Bass.
You're taking a kicker already? What's wrong with
Well, it's 15. It's the
you? Yeah,
last two
I'll
rounds.
take my kicker the next round. You know, just looking at this, Aaron Rodgers needs a number 2 target. Give me Calvin Austin.
That's right. Good pick.
In the 14th round, too. Oh, we need a defense, too? Oh, shit. I didn't do any of that. I fucked up. I didn't draft a kicker or a defense. Well, I guess a kicker is going to be my biggest points here. Let's go. It's a team that I feel like will kick a lot. I might be screwed. I guess we'll go Jason Sanders for Miami. I didn't have
And
defense.
my defense will be the Minnesota Vikings.
Use
Wow, what
a
a great
modern
draft.
fantasy app that keeps you connected with your friends. Oh, I have the app. So let's go look at our rosters. Actually, you have one of those things that like NF or Google. What do you use to like grade your mock drafts?
Oh, you'd have to actually import it, and we can't import it.
Uh,
We should use next week once we do uh our podcast before the thing. We should do an ESPN one. I think
yeah,
that's what we should do. Our
because
whole podcast instead of doing we've done top fives, we've done stuff. We have so much time. I think we should do just two mocks in it, legit mocks.
yeah, we could do like two different mocks. Join with real people because that'll impact things. And I say we do like two different kind of mocks. Um, just so
We do
because
an
people.
auction. Skinny hates his auctions, but you love your auctions. It makes
It's
things
funny
fun.
because ever since after the first year that I sucked ass in my every well the other one too is all my players got injured so that didn't fucking help.
You've done very
I've
well
done
in
well
auctions.
and I won. So like the auctions are
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
yeah I beat Marcus. Um, lastly,
Yeah.
I know we wanted to start doing more like that random stuff again. You know like just random things. Um,
Yeah.
so I don't know if I want to wait till the season for these or not. You know what? We're just gonna do it. We're gonna do this one. It's not football related, but this one is five. So you have your five fingers, right? What would be your five endless liquids if you could have them come out of your fingers? So like you could have like water, like water come out of one finger, you know, and it's unlimited. So like every
Uh,
time you want water, you just use your finger.
water, oil,
Ooh.
make myself rich. Yeah, you didn't think that way. Money thinking. Um, does it have to be liquid? Liquid? Could it be liquid gold? Like,
No, it's got to be
or
a
is that
liquid.
cheating?
Like it's got to be a liquid.
It's gotta be liquid. So water, oil, some sweet tea. Um, get the party going. Probably bush lattes, dude. Cold bush lattes out of this finger, dude. Just and last one. Got all the basics, dude. Like what's I don't know what would be another good one. Dr. Pepper. People love their Dr. Peppers, dude.
Oh, you
Take care
charge
of my
people
wife.
Dr.
She'll be
You
so.
charge people Dr. Pepper, be like,
Yeah. Oh,
that's
I'd
a
be a rich man with all my oil.
I love I love the oil one. That's a good one. Um, I would do water. I would do gasoline. I was thinking gasoline, but oil would be a lot better. But just gasoline any because the problem is if I need diesel, like
The diesel.
I'll just go
Yeah.
gasoline. Everything alone just be gasoline. Then I'd save me a lot of fucking money a year. I can tell you that. Um, chocolate milk. Love
Terrible.
me some good chocolate milk. Now that I'm on the teas, just give me any hard. Probably, I think my favorite hard tea is it's either raspberry or peach. So raspberry or peach hard tea. Like I'm trying these. Like right now, I'm drinking Jack Daniel's hard teas. Pretty
Hmm.
good, pretty decent. I just,
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome for getting you on the tea grind, dude.
dude, I've been having issues with beer, so the teas have been great. And then my last liquid. Hmm, huh. Yeah, like the last one. Like, what do you like? What's an essential? What's something that you use a lot? It probably be like,
Ooh, like a Pedialyte or something, dude.
or that, or like a radiator fluid, or like car oil, like something like more specific, I guess. Like instead of just oil, car oil. I'll do car oil. Like something that like, oh, you need a little top off. Here you go. The crazy thing. Now that I'm thinking about with the water, just imagine, yeah, I got water. You're just standing over your pool trying to fill the pool up, just because like you turn on your water hose at your house, you got to pay for that water. But if I use my finger, it's free. So
That's true.
maybe we can get some like settings to like increase the flow or something, on your finger. Like,
You could literally save the world, dude, if you could just get everyone water. You go to the Middle East and just be like, let there be water.
here's a pool, here's a pond. Yeah, no, I think those are solid ones. Car oil, like never have to change your filter again. Just always have fresh oil. See how
Yep.
that turns. See how that turns out. And then yeah, dude, that I like those. I like those. But yeah, with that, look over our teams, guys. Who you were here. Uh,
Yeah, tell us who has the
just a
best team.
yeah, just a mock. This one I just don't believe some of these picks, especially because it's AI, like it's computer. We'll start doing them with like people. Those will just be a little bit harder to get into because you gotta
Yeah.
like time it perfectly in ISBN.
We've
Uh,
done our top five. We have so much time. We might as
yeah,
well do a couple
yeah, we
weeks
have our
of
top.
just
Yeah,
straight off and talk to
yeah.
them.
We've have. I mean, as of right now, there's unless something changes, which it'll change in, give it August time when games find like preseason games start happening, things will change, injuries will happen. That's going to influence some differences. So at that point, we can go and revert back, like, oh, well, my boy Malik Neighbors tore his ACL in preseason. He's not going to be in the top five anymore. Let's throw out another guy, like shit like that.
Yep.
If anything changes, we can definitely go over that. Send us questions. We'll answer questions. And if you're on the live, which don't have as many people on the live this week, uh, shoot us questions in there. We'll answer them throughout the live. Um, yeah, we'll probably just do mocks next week. Maybe clearly news, some subjects, whatever. And then yeah, we're getting closer, closer, closer. We got. I mean, yeah, the next week will be the Hall of Fame game. So
Yep. Thursday, so
football's getting
we'll be
closer.
on vacation the week after, so
Well,
might
forever.
have a little sneak peek of that. So
Whoever's joined, whoever watched, cheers. Thank you for
thank you.
watching us. Follow us on TikTok, YouTube, X, Spotify.
Anywhere you get your podcast needs.
Besides Apple Music, because I don't have that. We don't have the other, crazy stuff. But cheers, everybody. Have a good night. Have a good rest of your day.
God
You
bless
do
you.
this. You're already doing this to me. New season, and you're already not having beers at the end of the freaking podcast to cheers with me. Are you grabbing one, or am I gonna have to drink this myself?
You're gonna have to drink it yourself,
Oh, I
brother.
hate you so much.